Good day, everybody. All right, happy Easter Monday. Hope, well, most of you probably are out enjoying this lovely day because, well, you should be. All right, let's have a look. Welcome to this event. This is brought to you by TRADERCOBB and Bybit, of course. With Bybit, you can click on the description below and pick up your discounted trading fees and open up your account and whatnot. It's all there. And it's the last day you have for our Easter sale, 25% off any annual subscription, which is community or live trading floor, as well as 25% off Become a Master course. So please take the chance that you have right now and get on board. All right, g'day, Bobby. All right, let's have a look. What do we got? I'm going to go back up to the 4 hour here. Oh, before I do the 4 hour, yeah, Dan. Before I do the 4 hour, this was a short opportunity here that I spoke of on, what day was it? I think it might have been Thursday. Yeah, 4 days ago. Some took that, but this was the better one in my view. This was the one that I really wanted with the Ethereum. Hit 1-to-1 very, very quickly. And now anyone that did take that trade short, you can now actually move your stop loss to just behind here because we now have a lower high. We have seen a pull back and now we've dipped again last night. And we have come off further, therefore stop loss can go from up here to down roughly around here, which is good because now you've locked in about 0.6% profit. Well done. And there was a number of them out there that looked just like that as well. Now back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin hasn't done a great deal over this 4-day Easter period. Of course, this was the move, the pullback in where that small opportunity for the short on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and many others existed. It has since sold off, but it's not taken out these lows. Let's have a look at the weekly because, of course, today is Monday. You can see that the week closed down another 5.88%. I'm hoping we don't go any lower. Why? Because that would be a nice spot for another higher low for our weekly chart. But, of course, hope is not a strategy, and it will do whatever it wants to do, so I'll be prepared. But as you can see, there's been a bit of a consolidation over the last few days, not a great deal of activity, not a great deal of anything going on, and you can very easily see that here on this 4 hour chart. Now, whilst we have a couple of levels of very gentle support there, we can see, look, this is what's been going on over Easter. Just crap, just shooting off everywhere, every which way, a bit of a spike up quickly, followed by more messiness, then shoot back down, and it's just, this is not the sort of market that is good for making consistent profits because there's no time frames really at this stage with any good trends. And we're going to go through and have a look at the full Bybit list here. Please do like this video, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of stuff. But we'll have a quick rip through. Top 10 all up today, but not up very much. Yesterday, most of the market, if not all of it, was down. So from here, let's go ahead and have a look at what we've got. We've looked at Bitcoin. We have now looked at Ethereum as well. And of course, what I'm going to be focusing on first and foremost is going to be trend. If I can get a good trend on any time frame, that's where I'm going to be focusing my attention. Of course, as a trader of trends, that's the only thing that I focus on is finding good trends and trading those trends. Just makes the making of money a hell of a lot easier, in my view. And that's what I'm after. Nothing on Ethereum. BitUSDT, again, not really the best of trend here. There's not much going on. No real cyclicity there at this stage. Solana's really building into a bit of a consolidation, but the problem we've got here is there really is no level. Now, for those of you who have done my course, you'll know what a Bitcoin breakout is. For those that haven't, well, there's nothing to look for here because you don't know what it is. So there's no trend for a cradle. I can move past Solana. XRP really had a good crack I think it was Friday, wasn't it? Up 8%, or maybe it was Thursday. What's 15, 3 days ago? Yeah. Anyway, nice push up. But again, it's the cyclicity is what we're lacking here. Have a look up here. We do have a lower high. Moving averages are not in the correct order on the 4 hour. The 2 hour doesn't really have the greatest of trend. The 1 hour mightn't look too bad. There's actually a little bit of cyclicity there on that 1 hour. I'll check the 30. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make this list this color and clear out what's there so far. I'll start again. XRP, that the reason I've got it in the list is not because of the, not because of where we are right now, but have a look. There's a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It's actually got a trend. And because it's got a trend, it does open the opportunity for me potentially to trade it. Now, it won't be on this particular pullback at the moment, but I will watch it because it is trending. And that's the first thing I need, is a trending market. Cardano, just very, very flat, to be honest. It's sitting on a bit of a level through here. Let's go ahead and have a look at that, if there's anything going back further. Again, it's not a precise enough level, is it? We've already broken down. There's not much of a trend. I can leave Cardano. Binance has stepped off a little bit, a little lower high. They're very minimal. See if it's clearer on the 2, a little bit clearer. The 1, if it does push to new lows, then the next pullback could be worthwhile, but is it going to make a list? Not for me right now. Litecoin, where you can quite clearly see Litecoin, we had a higher low, high, higher low, high, and then we come to a new low. It's just, it's confused. The sell-off in the cradle zone, and this stuff works, guys. Look, back in the cradle, we sell off. Doesn't necessarily mean there was a trade there, but we did sell off. Nothing there at the moment, though. Shiba has been a mess. Big ups, big downs. Just, this is not the sort of chart that is conducive of good profits. DOT. Let's have a look at what that looked like on the 12 yesterday. A couple of higher lows coming through there. Yeah, not much there that I can do with DOT. Again, no real trend. Link in a very similar position, i.e. higher low to high, then to low. Again, we find ourselves, and it has been like this last week as well, a lot of time, apart from that 1 8-hour candle, that one period in time that was on the 8-hour, the most part, the market's been sideways. It's been lacking direction. It's been lacking consistency. It's been lacking momentum. It's just been lacking. And we see it again, a time for which we need to sort of sit back and wait for these trends to come back, because look at those. Look, what a mess. This is not a tradable market for me. I mean, look, sure, I could trade it, but what's likely to happen is I'm likely to get chopped in, chopped out, and just, one of those death by 1,000 cuts type scenario. Not interested in that. I know when to trade and I know when to sit out. Sand's got a downtrend on the 1 hour. The 2's not very good. Yeah, I'll leave Sand. And again, I'm not going to push a bad trade just for the sake of it. We've got a downtrend here, a lower high, lower low. And we'll go to the 2. Bit messy there on the 2. Same with the 1. Gonna leave that. Just look at that 4 again. I'd actually like to see it sort of step out to the downside a bit more and just sort of, it's only just sort of like, it's in, it moves a little bit, like it's not really strong. So I'd like to see, if I can see Phantom fall a bit further and a bit harder, that could open it up later on. AVAX again, there's looking at this 4, there is absolutely no trend at all. Mana, little lower high there. Lower high there. If that had pulled up a little bit further, that could have been quite nice, but it didn't. Yeah, I'll leave that off. If we do see further downside, then it will be very worthwhile going and having another scan, because those lower timeframes, if they push further down, the next pullback could be a really nice opportunity there for a booster or a cradle. Chili's, no thanks, very sideways. Loopring, very much the same here with, no real trend in motion. OMG, rolling back over here. The daily, as you can see, a bearish candle yesterday at 5.8% from the cradle zone, but no trades present just yet. I'll go quickly to the 2 hour here on Matic to just see if there is a trend. We do have a lower high and a lower low. Problem I've got here on the 1 hour is this. Look, we go back. So if anything, it's probably the 2 back up into where? Let's just Is there a region? There is a little bit of a region through there. That looks like maybe a 61.8 as well. Back into there, I'll put that in. Now, of course, it is selling off now, but if it does come back up into there, that's one that might be good for later on. The 2 hours trending, the 4 hour also has it backed up with convergence, and there's momentum to the downside on the daily. So that doesn't look too bad. Algo, not very good there. I'm looking for clearer trends. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. I just got back from the beach with little Charlie, my little one. Had some lunch, and she's in the bedroom watching the iPad. Don't be surprised if she comes in and disrupts us, but she'll be fine. Tezos, there's just not enough going on there. Again, look at this trend. We go highs, we go lows. It's just a real mess. Axie Infinity, very slow, very sideways. I'm not interested in that at all. V-Chain had a very good move higher. Now it's moving lower. A quick zoom in here. Okay, let's hit that 2. I'm not going to clutch at those straws, you know. I need trends, better trends. That's not good enough for me. IOTA. Little lower high, maybe, is it? Zoom in. That's... Yeah, we go high to low, so that's got to go as well. There's nothing there. Oops. Well, that's it, Bobby. As he says, there's a couple of little pullbacks to support in the 30 minute and 1 hour. It's just whether it makes it back to the support. That's it. It's got to come back a little bit further on many of these cases, doesn't it? But we'll see. We'll see. EOS had a good run back up from $2.10. Quite nice move. And now we're pulling back quite heavily. It does. Like, it's one of the few that's really continued with its buying. The opportunity for a cradle is now disappeared because we're outside of it on the 8. Even if we were to go out on the 8, well, I suppose there was a pullback. But when we look at the 4, look, we're way deep now. So I can't do much with that, unfortunately. Ethereum Classic, it really needs to push through the support region. It needs to do something more. A dip down would open up a lot of the market to further short side. But we're in a lot of consolidation at the moment. Very, very, very slow period of consolidation. Bitcoin Cash is ugly. So too is ICP. Luna steadily stepping down, but without a lot of enthusiasm there. That would have been hard to take, really, because the trend's very, very, well, it's pretty average. AVE, completely sideways, needs to do more. 1. Not enough trend there. Sushi, completely sideways again. Uni, completely sideways, slightly down. Let's actually go a little bit further into depth here and have a little sticky beak. Lower, high, low. Would I trade a pullback into there? Probably not. A lot of flashing going on all of a sudden. It's just, the market looks like it's just had a bit of a turn. Just a quick look here on Bitcoin. Yeah, there it is. It looked like it. Okay, where were we? So if we do see the selling continue, we probably will see more opportunities later. If we look at compound here, it is an ugly looking 4 hour. Nothing to do there. Further downside on NEM needed. Why? Because we need to break free. We need to get ourselves trending better to the downside. Near about as boring and sideways as you could possibly imagine. Nothing to do. Alice as well, very confused. Messy, messy, messy all over the shop. No interest at all. File popped up very, very well the other day, 2 days ago, but since sold back, and there's no trend, just a straight pop. Nothing there to be done. Very sideways on Woo. Again, completely sideways. No interest at all. FTT, wow. It had a big move based on, who knows, but it's come straight back off, down another 5% today after yesterday. What did we go? We went to the high. Sheesh. 16% up at one stage and giving it all back today. No trend, no trade, no interest. Engine. Okay, so Engine, here's one. Look, you saw a lot of these charts on the daily, they're consolidating, they're coming down around these lows. You can see, whilst it's not a tradable level right there, there is a support region and it has pushed down through that in yesterday's candle. Now, what does that mean to me? Well, it means that it's come away from that consolidation. It may now just start to open up a little bit more momentum to the downside. Okay, so let's have a look at how that could actually play out. I don't think the 2 is going to work. No, it's not, because we have a higher low, high, then we come off again. Might have to go to the higher time frames. We look at the 4. Of course, it's not the clearest there either. Look, in all honesty, Engine has pushed down through that support region. Okay, it's definitely done that. It's opened itself up, but for me to be interested in it, it does need to move, excuse me, to the downside further. Again, just because it's come out of a consolidation doesn't mean it's instantly going to give us trading opportunities. And at the moment, we're not seeing that. We're going to have to wait for further downside. Litecoin completely sideways. Rune also very sideways. Step out, step down. We push to a new lower low, then we'll have a trend in place that's worth trading. Right now, yes, there's a lower high, lower low, potential for a lower high here. We've got to keep going. The next pullback may be the one that's more tradable. But again, no action required to be taken at this early stage. Moving average is not in the correct order on the 8. 4 hour. Look, there's a trend on the 4 hour, but don't forget, higher low, higher high, pullback, could get a bullish candle there. However, the moving averages are not in the correct order on the next time frame, so that rules that out too. Rule-based trading means you don't need to think too much or push too much. You know what you're looking for and you tick the list. That's it. CTK USDT. Again, very average looking. Oh, well, that's it. Tell you what, guys, it's a really good time to be learning how to trade or focusing on bettering yourself as a trader, because that will keep your mind out of trying to actually trade, because right now it's not the time. There is just not enough, I guess, market-wide sentiment for further direction in either direction. Yes, it does look more likely to go lower based on the trends that are there, but the trends are not very good. They are more leaning to the downside as opposed to be streaming to the downside, which means that opportunity is limited. And for us, we need to make sure that we keep our money in our pockets, in our accounts, keep it safe. So whilst you might not like the information I'm portraying sending to you guys to say there's not much going on right now, best to be doing something else, it's the right thing to do. Because as traders, we are not here simply just to try and make money every single day. You might think that's the case. It's not. It's about knowing when the money is there to be made. And for me, today is not that day. On the watch list, I do have XRP. I want to see if this can, and it looks like it's trying to, push down to a new lower low. With that next one pushing further down, if we do see a succession of candles, then the next pullback into the cradle zone could be a very tradable opportunity. Now, if you look at this, you might have actually been, if you're around, that 30-minute might have been good. It was a clean pullback. It's convergent. There's a lot of things going for it there. Wow, I've just tuned in just as the market's decided to tank. Look at that. How about it? Same with Bitcoin, down 1.5% now. Whoa. Sheesh. Wow. It's all happening quite quickly now, isn't it? Though let's just sort of change a number of these charts. Let's go back to XRP now and just see where that's gone to. So although, it's definitely taken out the lows, we do have some momentum there. I would definitely be still waiting for that pullback in. XRP just shot down, as we have seen here on Matic as well. Anyone trading those lower time frames might have picked themselves up a very tasty little profit there. What I would be doing at the moment, guys, and I said it before, but I'll say it again, is waiting to see if we're going to get some cyclicity here. We definitely do have some selling pressure coming in, obviously. We can see that on the chart right here. What that does, how that closes and what comes next is going to be quite interesting for the afternoon session. A number of these charts will have now pushed down below these lows. Let's have a look back at the top 10. We'll all be down a couple of percent. Don't forget, they were all up about 1% just a moment ago. Those of you that are in the Ethereum short, which I spoke of last week, this one here, stop can come to here. You're now in very, very good profit. Well done. Now, let me just jump back. I just want to open the door and see who has broken the lows. Ethereum has on that. XRP, obviously not yet, long way to go. DOT, not yet done. Doge, not yet. Binance, miles away. Cardano, it has pushed down. Let's see how that looks now. Yes, that's looking much better. Much, much better. So look at that 30. Bearish candle in the cradle. Boof. Big, big fall. Now, what I would like to see is not just a straight rip back into that cradle, but a nice, maybe over the next couple of hours like this, you know, a nice succession of candles back into that cradle zone, giving me something just like this, a small bearish candle, so that I can then get my short on. That's the way I'll be playing the afternoon, is just seeing what's got cyclicity, what's got trend, and how I can take advantage of that by being patient and executing my trading plan. You can see these little bearish channels, all of them are just ripped lower. Not saying they're all trades, by the way, I'm just saying that that cradle zone's the area. Anyway, guys, please like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications. And don't forget, today is the last day for the Easter sale, 25% off annual community subscription, annual live trading floor, as well as our Become a Master course. Please have yourself a safe and wonderful rest of your day. I will speak to you again very, very soon. Have a great Easter. Bye for now.